Hi, so I'm going to show you how I went ahead and put these together. They're not glued down yet, but I wanted to just go through and show you how these assemble. So these just come right apart, and you can see how I painted them. I just dry brushed. I put a layer of orange, and then I did a little bit of a little bit of brown and a little bit of cream color dry brushing right over the top of this. And I only had to do just this part here. I really didn't have to paint this part, but I mean I did, but you only see part of it. So this is the only part you really see through these little holes here. So just parts of it need to be painted. And then the back layer, you just have to paint this part here. Make sure you get the stand and this back piece here, and then the other parts are going to be completely covered up. So I did kind of like a dry brush. I did a dark brown and then dry brush some orange over the top to create that look. For this one, I just used chalk paints for these, and then this layer goes right on top. You could skip this layer if you wanted to. You can just do it right over here. That also looks really pretty. So you can do a pumpkin like that. It's really up to you how you want to make your pumpkin. So that's an optional layer if you wanted that decorative piece in between. So there's that. And then these florals come right off, and you can see that just fits right there, and you can see exactly how they go right on top. And they just layer right on top. This is all one piece. If you see, I just painted this part red, green, purple, and then this is like a darker green and a lighter green. And then I used these sponges here. I just put some of these, I used a black artist crayon, and I just rubbed that on the sponge and then just kind of brushed it along the edge to create that look. And I did the same thing on the flower. So there's the flower, and you can see I did that there. Take that all apart, and I just kind of rubbed it along the edges. And then I did yellow, and then I put orange on top. But if you wanted to do any colors you want, I'm gonna do one in like grays and blues. I'm gonna put that one up too. So, and then you just put your little button on top. So that's all there really is to putting these together. This is the same way. It's just reversed and a little bit bigger for this one. They're all different sizes. So there's like a small, medium, and large. This is the smallest one. And then this is a medium one. And then I do have the largest one over here. This is not assembled yet either. So, and I'm gonna show you how this one's a little bit different to put together. This is the rattan one. This one has a little extra piece. So, because some of the pieces kind of overlap a little bit. So I wanted to make sure that I included an extra layer, but you don't have to use that extra layer. That's really up to you if you want to use that, and that just kind of layers on top. So that goes right on there. Same thing again, it just layers right on top. I did the same style of painting. There's the brown and the orange, and then I just went ahead and layered that right on top. And if you didn't want to, you could also do this again. You could create whatever you want, like you can do orange on the back. You can do any colors. But I just went with the traditional fall colors for this one, but it's really up to you how you want to finish that. You have to make sure that you use score for the line on the button. I'll move this up so you can see it. You want to score that line on the button. Otherwise you'll end up cutting it. So make sure that you choose score. I did try it with engrave. I'll show you how that looks. So that's with engraving. So that's how I did it with engrave. And it kind of creates a really cool like 3D effect. I would have to just paint that, but it creates a nice little lip, and it makes the button look a little bit more realistic. So that's really, really cute. So that's with the engrave, and that's with the score. So you can really choose how you want to do the button. So that's all really there is to putting these together. They're really simple. And then I do have these stands. This is for the 1/8 version. They do layer up. The 1/4 version has one layer because you only really need 1/4 inch thick stands. So with 1/8, obviously 1/8 and 1/8 equals 1/4. So and then the stands are designed, they're 1/4 inch deep. so that way they fit 2 layers of these stands. They have to be that deep, otherwise they'll just tip right over. So I did make the stands all 1/4 inch deep. So that's why you do need 2 of these for the 1/8. That's why the 1/8 version comes with 2 layers of stands. The 1/4 only comes with 1 layer of stands. But if you wanted to, just for decoration, I guess you could add an extra layer, but you really don't need it. But that's all there is to putting these together, and I hope you like them. I just used a combination of chalk paints. Like this was my brown that I chose. It's just a folk art. It is called Java. That's the brown. I used this Dixie Belle. It says Rebel Yellow. It's kind of like my cream color that I used. It's more of a cream yellow that I used. And then I also used this for my orange. It's DIY paint. And I used this chalk paint from Folk Art for the leaves. This one is called Sage Shadow. And I also used just regular green on here, and then just purple. I think it was called Amethyst. And then Imperial Red for the red. So that's just from Folk Art. But yeah, you can get any of those paints at like Michael's or Hobby Lobby, wherever you purchase your paints from. But the Dixie Belle ones are a little bit harder to find. You'll have to probably go to a dealer or something to find those ones. But I prefer, I mean, any chalk paints will do. I mean, they all seem to be pretty good. I just like to always find unique paints. So I just like to always find all sorts of cool different ones. But just to try them out. But yeah, so that's all there is to making these. They're really simple. And I'm gonna make one more, and I'm gonna do it in grays and blues just to see how this file would look in different shades. Since I did them all kind of coordinating, I kind of just want one that looks a little bit different, just to kind of give you an idea of what it would look like painted differently. But yeah, I hope you like them, and thanks for watching. All right, bye.